Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks. In today's session, we will understand the difference between ETL and ELT, ETL, extract, transform, load. In this approach, data is processed before being loaded into the target storage system. This methodology works better with sources that provide very high quality data, ELT extract, load, then transform the data. This is the preferred solution in modern data architecture, especially with data lakes. Understanding this process is crucial for designing effective solution architectures. Choosing between ETL and ELT impacts how data is ingested, stored, and processed, which affects the performance, scalability, and maintainability of your data systems. See the illustration below. It describes how data is extracted from Azure Data Lake Storage, moved to Lakehouse, and then transformations and loading happen between Lakehouse and notebooks in Microsoft Fabric. By understanding these two concepts, you will be able to create robust data solutions that meet business requirements and optimize resource utilization. Let's dive deeper to understand more. Benefits of ETL: works better with high-quality data, reduces the load on target systems, easier to document and manage. Benefits of ELT: quicker processing of large data sets, more scalable with flexible schema, efficient use of database resources. Use cases for ETL: typically used in traditional data warehouses where high data quality is required before loading. More control over data processing. Use cases for ELT: quick ingestion followed by transformations. Ideal for modern cloud data warehouses, big data applications, and flexible schema management. In most of these cases, ELT is the preferred choice. Cost and efficiency. ETL minimizes storage costs because transformations are done before loading the data into the target systems. It also reduces the impact on OLTP systems. Here are some questions to ask before deciding whether to go with ETL or ELT1. Data volume. How large is the data set you are working with, and how quickly is it expected to grow? Example for ETL. If the data set is currently 500 GDI and grows by about 5% annually, relatively small data, ETL is a good choice. Example for ELT. If you have 10 TB of data expected to double in the next year, or if your data set is increasing by 50% each month, you should choose ELT2. Transformation. Complexity. What is the complexity of the required data transformations? Simple aggregations or complex joins? How robust are your data cleansing models? Example for ETL. If you require extensive data cleansing and complex transformations before loading, ETL is needed. Example for ELT. If the transformations are simple, such as basic aggregations, you can load the data first and transform it later. Data quality and consistency. How critical is data quality and consistency before loading data into the target system? Example for ETL. If data quality at load is critical, ETL should be used. Example for ELT. If you can afford to handle data quality after loading, such as by implementing validation steps or data quality frameworks, then ELT is suitable. If you have more questions, feel free to comment on this video. In the next lesson, we will explore how to implement ETL and ELT using the modern architecture known as the medallion architecture. What exactly is the medallion architecture? Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you again.